All right, bro. This video, Logan Paul is still a terrible person. Let's see what the fuck he did this time, bro. How? The year just started. I do remember. Yo,
This is stupid, right? You're paying $250,000 for a piece of cardboard, and
I
you're right.
remember that.
Pokemon is blowing up. I have no doubt in my mind this card will be worth $1 million between 2 and 3 years from now.
Spending millions of
I
dollars
remember
to
that.
acquire Charizards and unopened packs, as well as other specific sought-after Pokemon assets. This, of course, was after the whole NFT wave
Yeah.
and the cryptos
Yo, like the whole NFT wave and NFT was probably the most stupidest shit you could probably do. Like I knew that shit was gonna go down. Like
new project, and we all know the massive scandal and lawsuits that came out of that.
Oh, yeah, the NFT
Stop making fun of
crypto too.
NFTs. People like, yo, it is important technology, and I think this will become more and more prominent in our.
That's
everyday
also
lives.
just one part.
No. The NFT is Dunzo. Like, you know what? Like, you guys, you're the reason why NFTs are fucking ruined, right? If you do give a fuck about NFTs, but I don't think he do. But like these motherfuckers who like say, I don't know why people shit talk NFTs. You're the reason why. Because everybody thinks every time they hear NFTs, you know what they hear? They hear scam. Because so many people scam people with NFTs. That shit is like you said, precedent. You say something about NFTs, you are scamming.
Of NFTs.
One part.
There's so much about it.
Agree.
It's amazing.
I think at that time,
It's
Logan
okay,
really
bro.
wanted to shift to more tangible assets, as the writing was kind of already
Pokemon cards is, I feel like, even worse. I feel like people hate people who scalp
on the
Pokemon
wall that
cards.
the overall NFT space was mostly worthless, leaving countless investors
Yes.
bought into countless projects
Yo, I saw some people like spend $1 million, taking fucking $7 back, bro.
holding useless JPEG images. And
Yeah.
on the surface level, there was nothing wrong with him garnering these tangible assets. If anything, it was actually a much more intelligent move for Logan. But then the gears started
Yeah.
spinning in his head.
I mean, you can't. How the fuck do someone manage to scam someone in Pokemon? I mean, let's see. We're
and
gonna
he got
find out.
involved once again with what now appears to be a shady business. And this
Oh,
is where
what
the
now?
Liquid Marketplace comes into play, a venture that claimed that they would be allowing users to obtain fractional shares of trading cards.
See,
and
that's
other
what I don't
memorabilia,
know.
including NFTs.
Okay.
The Liquid
Okay,
Marketplace
yeah.
uses
Okay, I can already tell this is a scam, bro. What do you mean? You need
tokens
to,
as a way to buy,
Token?
sell, and trade ownership of a
do you
physical
mean,
item
buy,
on
sell, and
blockchain.
trade? Yeah,
These
I can
specific
tell.
tokens issue smart contracts, which represent
What?
co-ownership in the underlying asset.
yeah, bro. I just from I can tell this shit. This shit trying to take my money and not give it
Tokenization is
back,
what
bro.
allows us to fractionalize and digitize the ownership of physical
Why
assets.
you want to turn
The
everything digital? And not everything needs to be fucking digital. That's a problem. Like everybody wants to be like, oh, let's turn this digital. Let's turn a mouse digital. Let's turn our phone digital. It's like not everything needs to be digital. There's some things can be fucking
authenticate
physical,
the asset
like
and appraise
Pokemon
it.
cards.
The appraisal price is how we determine the number of tokens the asset will be split into. The total number of tokens is equal to the value of that asset.
Now, in concept,
What?
this was a very appealing project to the average person, as they would
No,
no
not for
longer need the
me.
massive capital, sometimes in the millions of dollars, to get a piece of collectible history. And that can be viewed in a very similar light to fractional shares of a company, which brokerages like Robinhood have made extremely popular.
Yeah,
Now you can just
but like Robinhood, they're actually real companies, not a fucking card. You know, like, and if that's our, there's so much problem with that, right? Because it's a fucking card. It's a
buy a
Pokemon
token
card.
on Liquid
I remember that Pokemon card. He literally went to 5 Foot Mayweather with that card trapped over him.
Marketplace to own high value, top tier assets that
I
you
remember
cannot
that
get
Pokemon
anywhere
art.
else, right? Like these are the best assets in the world.
You also have to remember that at this time, even massive entities like the NBA were selling digital collectibles.
They
Most
were,
infamously,
weren't
their
they?
Moment series.
I
Where anyone could
remember that.
purchase the licensing rights to historic
I
highlights,
fucking
like a
remember
LeBron
that.
James dunk or a Steph
I
Curry
remember
three-pointer,
that.
with some
Holy
individual
shit.
moments selling for over $200,000, with an overall monthly trading volume of
That
over
is
$200
crazy.
million on their platform. My point is that
Yo, I
many people
remember
all
that
around
shit.
the world by this time were bought
Holy
into
shit.
the idea of virtual ownership. And with Logan leading the charge on the Liquid Marketplace, still with a virtually cleaner reputation online besides the Japan scandal, which at that time was years ago, so many did feel comfortable throwing some money into the Liquid Marketplace that he himself claimed that he co-
That's the wrong thing, bro. Like, even if I'm a creator, the only thing you should buy ever from a creator is a fucking merch. That's the only thing, bro. That's really the only thing you should buy from a creator, bro. You should never buy something from a creator because most of the time they're just trying to get more of your money. They're not trying to give you
What's
anything.
up, y'all? Logan here. As an avid collector and strategic investor myself, I am so stoked to announce the launch of Liquid Marketplace, a platform where collectors can buy and sell fractions of rare collectibles via tokens on the blockchain. As a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace, I believe we're set to level the playing field by allowing anyone to own a piece of the world's rarest collectibles. Liquid Marketplace will curate a collection of highly sought-after items available in our ecosystem where users can buy in to be a partial owner. We'll keep the collectibles safe in our Liquid Marketplace vault, and when you're ready, you can buy, sell, and trade your portion of ownership with other members.
And in the introduction,
So you I guess what you mean. You buy, so pretend this is a card, right? This is a LeBron James rookie card, right? It costs like $500,000. But instead of buying this card, you buy like a percentage of this card, right? And then you can sell, or say if this card gets more. I kind of see the deal of it, right? You buy this card, you don't want to spend $500K because who's going to spend $500K for a card? So yeah, you buy ownership, you buy a percentage. Like, let me buy 1% $500K. I don't know, I'm not gonna do the math. I think $50 or whatever. But like, yeah, or $5. I don't know what's for, yeah. But I do get the, like, I get the idea of it. But like, you're Logan Paul, bro. Like, you know, there have to be something behind it, right? And also, who decides when they sell the car? Like, pretend the car is like worth now $700K. Who decides? Like, is there a person who owns the car, or like does like 100,000 people own the car? Like, is it like that? Right? When do you get the money? Is my question. Like, when you be like, okay, I want to sell this car. Do like everybody gets a opportunity to sell this car, or only you? You know what I say? Or only you, like the person who owns the car, be like, okay, I want to sell this card, right? Because I don't know how this could. And like, what happens if the car somehow gets scratched, right? In the vote, it falls. There's a fucking fight. You know, I feel like there's so many things that can go wrong. It's different with a company than a fucking actual
video,
card.
he shows off some of their bigger ticket items, like a PSA 8 Pikachu card, a box of Pokemon cards, and several NBA trading cards, all with a combined value in the millions of dollars.
Go sign up today, build your dream collection, and own a piece of the rarest collectibles in the world on Liquid Marketplace.
Now keep in mind, that was all the way back in the summer of 2022.
Damn,
and even back
that's
then,
3
people in
years.
the trading card community were skeptical, to say the least.
Fuck yeah.
And fellow YouTuber Rattle Pokemon has really been on Logan's neck about the Liquid Marketplace since day one, speculating that this entire venture could end up being the next crypto zoo, and calling out some of the more questionable aspects of this plan.
Imagine.
The thing of nightmares. We may change or revise any aspect of these terms or the platform from time to time in our sole discretion, by posting the revised terms on the platform or electronically sending you the revised terms. We change the rules when we want to. I guess it applies.
That's pretty much what it
You
says.
acknowledge and agree that the form and nature of the platform and any
That-
part of
that's
it
what
may
pretty
change
much it
from time to
says.
time without prior notice to you, and
So-
that we may add new features and change any.
That's crazy. We are currently involved in platforms to help provide, you know, who agreed that form reduce the empire. We may change from time to time without prior. So you may change it and not tell me. That is fucking crazy. And you want me what? Invest thousands of dollars in this?
Part of
That's
the platform
crazy.
at any time without notice. You agree that we shall not be liable to you or any third party for any modification or termination of the platform or your account. You agree that Liquid Marketplace is not liable for any losses you may incur as a result of or associated with any transaction delays or unavailability.
Now when we fast forward to 3.5 years later, the situation has finally come back to rear its ugly head, and it was all sparked by yet another video that Logan Paul himself released, where he claims that he will be selling his most prized Pokemon card, a PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator, for $5.3 million, also including a royalty
still
of
collecting.
this entire $25 million auction that the
So
card
he's
would be
still
sold at.
collecting
I want
cards.
to do
huh?
the biggest Pokemon and TCG auction ever. I will give you a piece of every single thing that we sell in that auction. We'll make that lot number 1. So if I have a $25 million auction and you're getting a piece of it, it's like a royalty, right? I mean, you know, it's free money.
My heart tells me
there's no free money. He's scamming too. Hey, scammer is scam magic. A scammer is scammy and scammer.
to do this deal with you, and so I will do the deal with you.
Oh shit.
Great. Now give me that.
And now that we fast forward to 3.5 years later, the situation has come back to rear its ugly head.
Why?
Because when we do go back to 3 years ago, one of the largest selling points of the entire liquid marketplace was the fractional sale of this specific card.
There's one trading card that's the holy grail of the Pokemon.
So he had this card for a minute.
A card that represents what Pokemon wouldn't be without. The coveted Pikachu.
So this is like a LeBron rookie card or a Michael Jordan rookie card type shit, right? So this is like one of those
This card became one of
it looks cool.
the most sought after trading cards ever. Collectors were traveling near and far to get their hands on it. Logan Paul made it his mission to own the only copy of the card that received a PSA 10 rating or completed a sale, making it the most expensive card in the world. Co-ownership of this card means that you're not just a partial owner of the world's most expensive trading card, you would own a piece of history. So
you own a piece of that card. Oh no. What the fuck
collectors,
happened?
Pokemon lovers, people who just want bragging rights, the time is now. This opportunity is once in a lifetime, and we at Liquid Marketplace are offering it.
Now this was advertised dozens of times by the Liquid Marketplace brand, using Logan's likeness over and over again to promote the sale of this card.
I am listing my one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator on Liquid Marketplace. LiquidMarketplace.io to buy and to co-own the only one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator in the world. So instead of me being the only person in the world who owns this card, we as a collective can own it together.
Some of you might even remember that he infamously walked...
So if he sells that card, he owes people money. Like, once you put that card, you own the ownership, you don't own 100% of that card no more. So if you did get 5 million, someone bought like 20%, right? You have to pay them that 20%. Is he not paying that 20%?
With his card chained around his neck during his first WWE professional
he's in
match around that time. And he even got a Guinness World Record for the purchase of the
remember
card,
that,
reportedly buying it for $5.2 million.
Damn.
Wow. My whole life.
You got it.
Now here is where Rattle Pokemon, real name Michael, comes back into play, as for the last 3 years he has continued his coverage of this, and he found several issues with the entire thing, and specifically this entire card. First off, he claims that this card was not, and should have never been graded a PSA 10. Now, the claim here is that the card was previously graded a 9 before Logan owned it, but was allegedly sent in time and time again before Logan purchased it to eventually be given the Holy Grail grade. He cites these photos specifically from that era, where it was allegedly still a 9 grade. And like I said, by the time Logan got his hands on it, he himself traded the same type of card, graded at a 9, plus $4 million cash, for the now Holy Grail 10, that should really be a 9, and this is...
So wait, did he get scammed, or did... I'm so confused how PSA 10 and PSA 9 works. Like, I'm so confused on what makes it a 10. You know what makes it more...
This is where the $5.275 million number comes into play.
But I think being the rarest, most valuable card in the world, there's only one of them. One in a PSA 10. You see the label up there, meaning it's perfect.
And like I said, now it is apparently set to hit the auction in February and to also be featured on some Netflix collectible show. And some experts believe it could fetch anywhere from $7 to $12 million.
Damn!
This card couldn't be bought. It was earned.
And this left many people wondering a few things, but mainly why the sale of this was going to be allowed if so many people had this fractional ownership of the card from the Liquid Marketplace.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because he don't own that card. He earns a percentage of that card. And I was saying before, who has the right to say, oh, I can sell this card? You know, who has the right to say we're selling this card? Like, because usually when people own a part of your company, there's a board, right? And then they sell. I mean, they decide when you sell.
And would they get paid out from the alleged sale in this video, or even the eventual auction set to take place in a couple of days? Now, in response to all of this negative publicity, Logan said this: "Attention Liquid Marketplace users. As you may know, the PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator was previously listed on Liquid Marketplace, where users could purchase tokens that, according to the company, represented fractional ownership interest in the card. In May 2024, consistent with the platform's terms, I paid a substantial buyout amount to the platform, which was intended to be distributed to fractional
What? Wait, I pay a substantial buy amount of platform?
Based on their respective percentages. I was informed at the time that the funds had been distributed accordingly, meaning around...
No. What the fuck? You know how... Yo, he pretty much said, yo, I rebought. Hey guys, and you know that very expensive and probably the card that's going to sell for double the value? Yeah, I rebought it. And I'm not going to tell you how much I rebought it for, because I'm going to be honest, I probably bought it for like 100K, right? And I give you guys 2K, 1K, you know? But hey, you don't have to know about that. Hey, just distraction. There's no way, bro. I'll be scared up with lawyers, man. Because if I spend 20K to get a percentage of that card, but like it worth 5.2 million. I spent like 20K to earn like 1%, 5%, whatever. And I get back like 5K. You know how mad I'll be?
2 years after the fractional sale of this card, Logan says he used some sort of loophole-esque term to buy back a rumored 49%. This was the amount of the card that he no longer owned after the initial fractional sale.
How much? It better be like, because 49%, right? You own 51, now you earn 40. So it's that. Oh my god! So because I knew, like, when I heard it may sell for 12 million, I know Logan want to keep all that 12 million. He don't want to give 6 million, even though he should, right? So he
allegedly always had 51% in his possession, and now he got the rest of the pie too, rumored to have cost him around $250,000 for this repurchase.
That's fucking crazy. I fucking knew it. I was joking. That's crazy. So he made other people spend, I don't even know how many $1,000s, and he rebought it for how many less? Because 2.5 million is probably worth 49%, right? That's crazy.
Alleged buyback, it values the card at only around $510,000. A far cry from the $5.275 million number. And many investors now claim that they never even got their portion of this buyback repurchase.
That's crazy, bro.
We as a collective can co-own it together. I'll also be listing it for $5 million instead of the $5.3 million I bought it for. So basically, I'll be giving you guys $300,000 discounts because everyone likes discounts.
No, it's because I have the most expensive
That's crazy.
card around my neck, and
let's see it.
Superman. Oh my god. The one of one.
Unfortunately, afterward, the company and some of its principals face regulatory scrutiny, a
Okay.
process in which I have no involvement or insight, as it does not relate to me.
What do you
As a
mean it does not
co-founder-
relate to? You are a co-founder.
So you may have seen me introduce myself as a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace.
I recently learned that the platform
You are a co-founder.
also experienced operational issues.
Well, touche. You co-founded. So that means you also put money on this. Why are you acting like, yo, I had nothing to do with this? I just co-founded the fucking company, bro. I didn't do nothing.
Which affected
Like, what
user
the
access
fuck?
to accounts and funds held on the platform. As a result, many Liquid Marketplace users have been unable
Joe, like, they should learn. Stop buying just buy things. Joe, the only thing you should buy from creators is merch, bro. Don't wear what they're selling. They just want your money. Like, come on now, guys, because at least they can't spare you. They can't scam you for merch, right? You see what you're getting, right? you know what you're getting when you buy merch. But with this shit,
buyout proceeds or wallet balances,
that's crazy.
With no clear timeline for resolution. For those affected and unable to withdraw your funds, please know that I am actively working with Liquid Marketplace to help ensure these funds can be released in the near future.
In the near be released? What do you mean? Where the fuck is the money? If you paid like $250,000, or I mean, yeah, 250, right? Where did the money go? What do you mean?
Repurchased the Illustrator in May of 2024. Stay tuned for updates. So to me, in my personal opinion, this whole thing looks eerily similar to like a CryptoZoo 2.0. And it is also my opinion that Logan is trying to kind of wash his hands of this entire Liquid Marketplace idea.
This card couldn't be bought It was earned.
Michael says that even back in 2023, Logan had already branded away from the company.
Here it is. Here's the current status, the current bio here.
Founder.
Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe
Creator 99, yeah.
Maybe it's all just a coincidence. But if we go back in time, the most recent screenshot that we had was October 14th.
That's crazy.
Sure enough, co-founder at a Liquid Marketplace. If you went to the homepage, you get this nice little colon with Logan Paul banner right up in the top with the own everything. They don't make very many changes to their website, so this is definitely an odd one. But
I'm pretty sure if you go way back machine, you can also see that it says.
We look at it now. Nothing. We got own anything, and the Logan Paul advertising from the main page here. She gone.
And they themselves have gone dark on social media since then, with the entire Liquid Marketplace platform being inaccessible at this time. And
what? Nah, that's crazy. That's even more crazy.
2024, the Ontario Securities Commission did hit Liquid Marketplace with allegations of a multi-layered fraud. Logan himself is not actually in the paperwork. It's actually only 3 guys: Ryan Bahadori, Amin Nikdel, and Dennis Dozemet. Which is hilarious because that does sound like the 3 main villains in a shitty action movie. The OSC alleged that the founders of the Liquid Marketplace, these 3 guys, spent $3 of the $10 million raised from investors for their own personal enrichment, alleging items such as designer clothing, jewelry, and luxury watches, while using shell companies to do so. They also argued that these LMP tokens, which represented the fractional shares in theory, were actually unregistered securities, i.e. not compliant with the SEC, meaning the tokens did not truly represent legal ownership, and that many items on their platform were not properly
who would have done this?
Insured.
Really?
But still, this case will not be like I said, Logan is not listed in the OSC complaints. And some do speculate that this is also the reason that investors were not paid in this buyback yet, because obviously the investigation is still ongoing.
Because
and so
they don't
now
have
anything involved with the Liquid Marketplace is essentially frozen. Either way, my conclusion is the same as many other instances, and it's that, in my opinion, whether it's been
don't trust content creators. Man, skip everyone. You know, even who still gives our pay for anything as well, just a show. Only fraction sometimes it's not good. It's not. Yeah, it's really, like GG's, bro. GG's, bro. I feel like why would you even invest in this, bro? Like, not everything needs to be digital, and this is the reason why, right? Owning something physical is always better than, like, holding, owning something physical, like this, or anything physical is always going to be better than owning something digital. Always. No matter what.